What's up, everyone? My name is Jaida Rose, otherwise known as the 3-6 Oracle. And today you're watching another episode of The Collective Conversation. So if you are a Leo placement, particularly sun or moon, or you know someone, love someone, in a relationship with someone, anything of the other, that has a Leo sun or a Leo moon, I'm going to get into rising a little bit down the road in the video. Chances are you or them, both of you, if you both have these placements, experienced a motherhood trauma, a mommy issue, particularly rooted in some type of abandonment, loss, or disconnect. You might be like, what the fuck? How do you know this? This is a thing? This is common? Well, first and foremost, I'm a Leo sun. So I experienced abandonment from my mother at the age of 12 due to addictions, and which has a lot to do with Virgo. And you can go watch my other video if you have Virgo placements, and the common theme with Virgo and addiction energy, and I'll link that below. So I lost my mother at the age of 12. So when I started astrology, and I started stepping into my role as an astrologer here on planet Earth, I started, connecting certain dots, and not only learning about, myself, but also, of course, when I begin to learn something about myself, I very much connect pieces with the outside world, because everything is a reflection of us. So I started looking at the people in my life who also had Leo placements. And every single Leo placement, particularly sun or moon, like I said, I'll get into the rising, they have experienced an abandonment wound from their mother. Now, depending on the aspects that are conjunct your moon sign, your sun sign, particularly your 4th house, maybe even your 5th house or your 12th house, it will tell you the severity of your abandonment wound. Some people it's for a short period of time. Other people it's for longer periods of time. So my father in particular, he's a Leo moon, and he experienced an abandonment wound from his mother at a young age. And now his mother is very much in his life and has been for decades now. But as a young child, she left and I think moved to another state or something. And so he deeply experienced a motherhood wound. One of my friends, she has a Leo moon as well. She's my dad's best friend, which is hilarious. And she also experienced, and still to this day, experiences motherhood abandonment. And although her mother is present in her life, emotionally and mentally, she's very much abandons her. The strength that you would hope from your mother. Me personally, my mother's not in my life at all. MIA, not to be found. I've had other friends, I know some Leos who their mom passed away at a young age, or they never even grew up with their mom and they were raised by a grandmother. What is my thoughts around this? So Leo is the father sign of the zodiac. Leo is the sun, the father. And I believe that if you come into this life with Leo energy, it's because you have pre-written contracts and assignments with a matriarchal figure in your life, that you come here to challenge that matriarchal energy. There's a contract written, there's some karma that needs to be worked out in terms of your matriarchal energy, or the relationship you have with them, or the bond that needs to be experienced, the lessons that need to be learned. I know another Leo who experienced this abandonment wound, but was kind of their doing. So the karma was a little bit different. So they got kicked out of their house because of, decisions that they were making that their mother couldn't, withstand anymore. And so again, they still experienced that abandonment trauma. However, if I were to look at their chart, I could probably see some self-inflicting behavior there. And although the abandonment wound is still there, it was from their, so to speak, doing. But the karma was already there that needed to be worked out. Thankfully for this person, I'm pretty sure they're pretty good with their mother, and they have a really great relationship with her now. So they were able to work through that karma. So yeah, like I was saying, Leo is the father. So if there's matriarchal karma to be worked out, it's only right that we come from a father energy. Now, with Leo risings, I actually tend to find that Leo risings have fatherhood abandonment wounds. Like they have abandonment wounds from their father. And again, could be for long periods of time, short periods of time, depending on the aspects in your chart and how, severe and harsh some placements may be. But that's what I find with Leo risings. It's like their motherhood, their relationship with their mother seems to be fairly good, if not very, really great. Not all, but most. But their relationship with their father is rocky. And again, there's abandonment there, whether it's like emotionally or there's just like a lot of headbutting. And I feel like it's because Leo rising, that's how you show up in the world. So you're showing up as the father energy. It's not that like you are it, where like, Leo sun and moon, like the sun, like your identity is kind of like that masculine father energy. And if you're a moon sign, it's like that's who you are at your core. You're like that Leo father sign at your core, that sun energy, that nurturing energy. So when you're showing up as a rising, you're not actually the energy, but you show up as it. And I think it's because you're here to reflect that father energy, like that father person in your life, that paternal parent. Is that father? Paternal? Maternal? Yeah. So like the patriarchy, like you show up to kind of reflect the patriarchy, patriarchal figures in your life, and in that way challenge them. So I think that's where the, difference comes in, supposedly, for the risings and then the sun and the moon. If you have like Venus, Leo, or Mercury Leo, you'll find that like these are also common themes sometimes, maybe not as commonly, but for some people, especially like the Venus sign, probably that'll come into play too, a little bit more than maybe the Mercury. But very interesting things. Comment below, guys, like if you're a Leo. I only have like realized this because I started to notice this in my pattern of people around me that I've come into contact with that are Leos. And then I started like posting on social media asking like, hey, like, am I just biased from my own perceptions and experiences, or like, is this legitimate? Like, do you guys relate? Like, is this a thing for Leos? And I'm coming to find that like people are responding and they're like, oh my God, like, yeah, hi, I'm right here, Leo sun, Leo moon, like, and I totally relate, So comment below if you're finding me here on YouTube and it's the same thing, because, we might have to start like a Leo support group for mommy issues. I'll organize it. Someone else can be the head of it. But yeah, so at least you know now that you're not alone, and maybe there's some solace there. And I know it's not completely going to be like, oh, okay, like my mommy wounds and my abandonment issues are all healed. No. But it does, I think, bring some solace to say, like, you came here with that father energy, because you kind of, needed to be rooted in that energy, because to experience like a motherhood abandonment wound, if you have fatherly energy about you and you're very rooted in Leo sun energy, then you have the strength to withstand a lot of that tumultuous energy of losing your mother, of being abandoned by your mother. Whereas, people with perhaps other placements, it would be a little more rocky for them. So I love you guys very much. Like I said, connect with me down below. As always, link in the description box if you want your own reading. I'll see you guys in the next video.